What's the deal, YouTube? This is Dark Assassin here. I'm bringing you another important video. Today, in this video, I want to talk about the review Grand Theft Auto 5 and I want to talk about some important news about Batman Arkham Origins. It's from the new Game Informer. So let's get into it. First, we're gonna start out with the Grand Theft Auto 5 review. Okay, so the review we got was a 9.75. Now I'm gonna read some of the articles and what was said about Grand Theft Auto 5. Okay, it got the game of the month. The Game Informer gave it a platinum. Well, you already know the developers, Rockstar, and let's see, what can we get in? Okay, let's read some articles. Seen through the lens of Rockstar Games, Sony out with Southern California is a kaleidoscope of American culture, populated with self-important heritage and self-important gurus, and the luxury of wealthy and starring poor, vaccinated plate liberals and border patrolling conservatives. The region captures an impressive number of ocracies in California elitist. Joan Didion perhaps described it as the best place in which a boom mentality and a sense of Trekavon lost met in uneased suspension. The suspension serves as the perfect backdrop for the three anti-heroes of Grand Theft Auto 5. Alright, I'm gonna put my thoughts into this and why I feel like Grand Theft Auto 5, it is, you'll see the picture, you'll see the, I feel like this game shouldn't even got a 9.75. Because if we just look at, the game as a whole, and this is what the replay value, this is what really ticks me off about this. They're gonna give the replay value of GTA 5 high, and we know the replay value for Grand Theft Auto 5. No, it was a casual mood to it, and it had no desire to come back to it. It was trash. The overall game, even look at the multiplayer of the day one launch, how it was a fail. It was a fail, and the single player had so many issues. There was maybe a few missions out the game of Grand Theft Auto 5 that I actually enjoyed. I would have gave this game no more than maybe a 4.5, or I would have gave it a lower score, because 9.75, And the thing about it is that they really tried to advertise this game. Rockstar, they really tried to advertise, and I feel like this game was not worth, in my opinion, 60 bones, because I feel like it was a rushed Grand Theft Auto game. It was rushed. If you take Grand Theft Auto 4 for instance, and you look at how at least it had more challenge to it, and it had more of a good mood to want to play it a little more. GTA 5 had a casual mood to it, and it was really no sense to come back to. It was like a game, or you beat the single player, then you're done with it. It was really, really trash. And this is how easy the police car chase was to get away from the police, even on with the 5 stars, I believe. To get the full law behind you, it was generic. It was too easy to get away. And nothing I feel like it was, about this game that really was holding your hand was the fact is that you could get in the shadow in the game when you're driving the car, and you can easily get away from the police. Hello, I've never seen that in the previous Grand Theft Auto games. So I feel like to give this game a 9.75, I feel like this game's not worth that. I feel like this game should have got a lower score, because they just tried to make it look good. And yet, it had a few good things about it that I enjoyed, but overall the game still was trash, because it had more cons in this game than anything. To me, this was the most rushed Grand Theft Auto game and the most controversial, because game reviewers and developers in general with any game, in any perspective, will advertise the game, and then you get the boneheads, like Metacritic and GameSpot, that'll give a good game or not so good game a perfect score, and when you get the game, it's not nothing like how the score that they gave it, because they're only showing you the good parts. And I feel like in my review, GTA 5, I feel like it's a conspiracy with Rockstar and the game reviews with this game. I feel like it is. And I wouldn't give this game, a 9.75. I wouldn't have gave it to it. And then, if you look at the 360 version, from what I heard from Fatboy Gamer, shout out to him, he said that the 360 version of Grand Theft Auto 5 was having a lot of issues. I guess not able to handle the frame rate and everything. I guess in general it had a lot of issues with it. 360 version. The PS3 version did, solid. But this game had a generic storyline. Because you played Franklin, Michael, and Trevor. And I know there was there was 3 different endings, I believe. And you know, the one I did with Trevor Dies. But I didn't like the game at all. I didn't enjoy it. So Rockstar, you guys are some idiots. I would have never gave this game that. I wouldn't have gave it to it. I would not give it a 9.75. I feel like the game reviewers just tried to hype this game up. And when they gave this score, I'm like, you serious with all the issues that it had? No. You got Game of the Month. You got the Platinum. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. So, on to my next topic. We got a lot of, you know, good games. I want to get into the discussion of Batman Arkham Origins. So, you know, Batman Arkham Origins is coming out next week on the 25th of this month, which is October. It will be on the Wii U. But the strange thing about the Wii U is that they will not be getting the online part of Batman Arkham Origins. Shout out to the Wii U fags, by the way. It's gonna be on PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. Now, a lot of people said, like, even including BG, he said he was getting Batman Arkham Origins on the PC because he loves to play the multiplex on, you know, the PC. You know, the publisher is Warner Brothers. The developer is Warner Brothers. Like I said, October the 25th. So let's get into some of the articles and what was being said about Batman Arkham Origins, shall we? The Black Max is in the hiding after placing a boundary on Batman's head. The Penguin knows where he is, but he is holed up in a final offer, a nuclear-powered cruise ship turned mobile fortress where he makes his armor deals. Batman needs to get in, interrogate the bird, and find the crime boss before the things get worse on the streets of Gotham. The incursion takes place approximately 2 hours into Batman Arkham Origins. Once aboard, I see some familiar gameplay and some new dynamics, that Warner Brothers Montreal is introducing in the Arkham City series. The Predator moments that the fans love have to receive some noticeable upgrades at the conclusion of each scene. Players receive a graded based on their performance, in addition to raw experience points that translate into Wayne Tech upgrades. Higher upgrades offer multipliers that can rocket the best Dark Knights into abilities faster. I want to get into some of the let's see. But yet it doesn't really talk about any online. I don't know if they it didn't talk about any online with this game at all. If it's even gonna have it. You know, it said last time, you know, but they did not put. And I from what I knew, I thought that it was announced that they were gonna have online. Maybe they decided, you know, not to have online, you know, after all, because I don't see, you know, it doesn't say the style of 16 player. It doesn't say anything about the online here. So what do you think? Sorry about that, guys. What do you think about the new Batman Arkham Origins game? Why doesn't it have any why is there not any multiplayer being talked about here? Alright people, I'm out of here. Peace.